Hey Tanikians, welcome to the video session. In this video, we are going to learn Social Science Chapter 5, that is Geography. From your Social Science, we are going to learn Geography in this video, that is Chapter 5 about Industry. Shall we move on to the lesson? Yes. In this lesson, the following topics will be explored. First, introduction, classification of industries, factories affecting location of industries, industrial system, industrial regions, distribution of major industries, industrial disasters, and finally we are going to recapitulate the lesson. First, let's move on to introduction. Do you know or have you ever wondered from where you're getting the papers you're writing? Or where are the utensils that you uses every day made? Or from the clothes you wear to the biscuits you eat? And from the cars to the huge machineries and to the small needles? Have you ever wondered about it? No. These all products are comes from manufacturing industry by industries. These all goods are manufactured by industries. Okay, from industries only we are getting all these kind of goods. First, let's see economic activities. This economic activity can be classified into three. First, primary activities, secondary activities, and tertiary activities. First, let's see what is primary activity. The activity includes agriculture, fishing, and mining. These activities comes under primary activity. And secondary activities includes cotton textile, sugar industry, and medicines. Okay, these all comes under secondary activities. And tertiary activities are include law system, banking, and the transportation service. All these comes under tertiary activities. Okay, now let's watch a video related to classification of industry. Is it clear? Yes.
Let us discuss the classification of industries. Industries can be classified on the basis of raw materials, ownership, and size. On the basis of raw material, industries may be agro-based industries, mineral-based industries, marine-based industries, and forest-based industries. Agro-based industries obtain their raw material from plant and animal products. These industries are labor-intensive and require less. Rice mill, dairy product, cotton textile, and leather industries are the examples of agro-based industries. Mineral-based industries use mineral ores as their raw material. Do you know iron obtained from iron ore is used as a raw material for the manufacture of heavy machinery, building materials, and railway goods? Marine-based industries use sea and ocean products as their raw materials. These industries include processing of seafood and manufacturing fish oil. Forest-based industries use forest products as their raw materials. These industries include paper manufacturing, furniture, building construction, and pharmaceuticals. Next classification is based on ownership. Industries can be classified into private sector industries, public sector industries, joint sector industries, and cooperative sector industries. private sector industry are owned by an individual or group of individuals. The main aim of private sector is to earn profit. Reliance Industries Limited and Tata Iron and Steel Limited are privately held industries. Public sector industries are run by the government. The main motive of public sector is the welfare of the people. In India, most of public sector industries are non-profit organizations. Steel Authority of India Limited and BSNL are operated solely by the Government of India. Joint sector industries are owned and operated by the states and individuals or group of individuals. Maruti Udyog Limited is an example of joint sector industry. Cooperative sector industries are owned and operated by the group of people. Both profit and loss is shared equally among the owners. Sudha Dairy and Anand Milk Union Limited are the successful cooperative ventures. Next classification is based on size. Therefore, on this basis, industries will be classified into large-scale industries, small-scale industries, and cottage industries. By size we mean amount of capital investment, manpower, and volume of production. Large-scale industries require huge infrastructure, manpower, and high capital investment. Heavy industries and automobile manufacturing are large industries. Small-scale industries require less capital and technology. Cycle industry and electrical goods industries are small-scale industries. Cottage industries are owned by the family members itself. They require less capital, so the production of goods is also low. Handloom, pottery, and handicrafts are the examples of cottage industry.
Now, you must be wondering why these all. See, in this picture, you can see so many variations, isn't it? So many variations in the industry. Can you find out? Yes. First, why industries are not evenly distributed, and which factors influence the distribution of industries? What is the basis for the categorization of industries? Which are the important industrial regions of India? And for these all questions, we are going to get answer in this lesson. Okay, let's find answer to all these questions in this lesson. First, factors affecting location of industries. Factors affecting location of industries. So under this, we are going to learn. See, all the places are not suitable for all kind of industries, isn't it? Yes. So see, these are the factors which affects the industries. These are the factors which affects the location of industries, because all the places or all the land or all the area or all the season weather is not suitable for all kind of industries. So some of the major factors of location of industries are geographical factor, commercial factor, raw material, water supply, energy, transport, labor, market, and climate. Okay, these are the different factors of which affecting location of industry. Let's see one by one. First, let's see the raw materials. Okay, yes, industries based on bulky and perhaps perishable raw materials are located near the source of raw material. Okay, so depends upon the raw material the industries will be located, and it reduces the cost of transportation. Okay, we cannot keep we cannot form a industries in the place where they cannot get raw material, isn't it? Yes, so if they have placed such in such places, there will be transportation charges are more, isn't it? Yes, and if they have the industry, or if they located the industry in particular places which where they can easily get the raw material, it reduces the cost of transportation. Okay, and next, for example, see here, iron and steel industries. So these iron and steel cannot be, this iron ores or cannot be extract from everywhere, isn't it? There are some particular places to extract the iron. So iron industries cannot be located in any area. It can be located near the iron mining areas, isn't it? Yes, say iron ore, and this is limestones. So where iron ore and limestones are extracting more in number will be the place for iron and steel industries. Is it clear? And see here, manganese and coal. So where they can find all these kind of natural resources, only they can locate the iron and steel industry. So required for water supply. So water supply is very much important for some of the industries, isn't it? Yes. So it is required for cleaning, washing, processing, and cooling the manufacturing product, isn't it? Yes. So water supply is most required for cleaning, washing, processing, and cooling the goods. And see, for example, used for cooling in the iron and steel industry. Water is used for cooling the iron and the steel. Okay, and it is required for washing and cleaning leathers. So in leather company, they will be using it for cleaning the leathers. And energy. So where the energy is needed, it required for the processing of raw materials to produce finished goods. Okay, and industries that require large amount of energy are located near the source of power. They will be located near the source of power. For example, and this iron and steel industry located near the coal field. Iron and steel industry, in the first itself we saw the iron and steel industries will be located near the coal field. Okay, yes. Next, transportation. It is most important to carry raw materials from the source to the manufacturing units, and then the finished goods to the market. So the transportation is more important. Then labor. So when you take labors, it is more important to work in the industries, isn't it? Yes, skilled and unskilled labors are required in labor intensive industries. Okay, so in industries they will be used skilled labor or unskilled labor. According to their skill, they will be segregated in such manufacturing companies, and labors migrate from the nearby areas if the industries record them in large numbers. Hence, most industries are located in or near towns or cities. See in the first picture, skilled labor. In the second picture, unskilled labor. Okay. Then marketplace. When you take marketplace, so what are the importance in the marketplace? Consumer industries are located near the consumption center. It should be located near the consumption center. With the help of transportation, industrial products are easily marketed over large area. They will be easily marketed over large areas. It is essential to have the market in the nearby areas for perishable goods. For example, heavy chemical industries are located in the industrial regions as their products are required by the other industries. Okay, yes. Next one, climate. So climate is more important for the industries. Good climate enhances the efficiency of workers. It enhances the efficiency of workers and it mainly influences the agro-based industries. So we learnt agro-based industry as a class, one of the classification of industries, isn't it? Yes, it mainly influences the agro based industries. And for example, see here, cotton textile industries are located in Maharashtra and Gujarat. It is located in Maharashtra and Gujarat. Okay. Capital. So when you take capital, it is required for the setting up of and running an industries. It is more important to run the industry, and financiers and capitalists provide money to establish an industry. They will provide money to establish an industry and it can be easily transferred from one region to another or from one country to another. Okay. Okay, children, this is time to check your knowledge. The MCQ question is, cotton and textile industries are concentrated in A. Gujarat and Maharashtra, B. Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh, C. Gujarat and Rajasthan, D. Gujarat and Karnataka. So where we can see the cotton and textile industries more in number, the answer is suitable climate. The hint is suitable climate. Can you tell me, can you guess which is the answer? Yes, the answer is Gujarat and Maharashtra. The Gujarat and Maharashtra experience humid climate that is ideal for spinning of cotton yarn. Black soil is also distributed over here, which is suitable for the growth of cotton. Okay. Next, let's see industrial system. Industrial system. So it is input raw material. First, it includes inputs. What are the inputs? Raw materials, the processes or machines and technology. The output is final product. The output is final product. Can you remember where you learned all these three word inputs, process, output? It is there in your computer, isn't it? Yes. So the input is raw material, the process by machine and technology, and the output is final product. And source of raw materials. What are the source of raw materials? In under this we are going to learn. See, raw material, source of raw material includes inputs, processing, and the output as finished goods, isn't it? Yes. So first, if you take source of raw material, we are getting the wool from the we are getting the wool thread from the sheeps. So it will be processed as wool and it will be given as input wool, and then it is processed as sweaters. End product it comes. Okay, now let's see the locational development. Locational development. See, in this, first in the early stage, that is in before 1800 AD years, the industries will be located near raw material, power supply, water resources, and 1800 to 1950 the industries were located near coal fields and transport routes, and since 1950 the industries were located in flat areas and near seaport. Okay. Now, steel making. Let's see how they are making steel. Iron ore is found with some impurity. It will be with some impurity. They are lime, silica, phosphorus and sulfur. Okay, these are the impure form of iron ores. To get the pure iron ores, they have to these impurity have to be removed. Okay, these impurity have to be removed from the impure iron form. Okay, yes. And this iron ore passes through 4 main sections to get converted into pure steel. They are: first, raw material, to blast furnace and steel melting furnace, and finally it reaches the rolling mill. And raw materials are transported to the plant and or mixed together. They will be transported to the plant and or mixed together. The first one is iron ore, manganese, limestone, silica, chromate, feldspar, scrap iron and dolomite, and finally coal. Let us see again: iron ore, manganese, limestone, silica, chromate, feldspar, scrap iron, dolomite, coal. These are the raw materials. Okay. Let's see the process. Iron ore is extracted from the earth's surface. Iron ore is extracted from the earth's surface. The raw material iron ore is put into the blast furnace. It will be put into the blast furnace and the raw material iron ore undergoes smelting. Finally, iron ore is then finished. Okay, it will be refined. Understand? Yes. Let's see the output. The steel alloy of iron. It can be easily shaped. The steel can be easily shaped. The steel is used by other industries as a raw materials. The alloys give steel an unusual hardness, toughness and ability to resist rust. The open doors for rapid industrial development. It is the opened doors for rapid industrial development. Is it clear? Yes. It is time to check your knowledge. The MCQ question is: the molten iron collected at the base of the furnace is known as dash. Pig iron, wrought iron, cast iron and the steel. Hint is molten iron. Yes, the answer is pig iron. Pig iron is the molten iron made in blast furnace. In the blast furnace, a mixture of raw materials is added. The mixture of raw materials will be added and the impurities in the furnace combine together as slag and float on molten irons. It will be float on molten irons and the slag is separated and the molten iron is collected at the base of the furnace at regular intervals. It will be furnace at the regular interval. This molten iron is called pig iron. Which affect the removal of impurities can be converted into steel, steel, wrought iron and cast iron. Okay, yes. Uses of steel: largely used for making ships, trains, trucks and autos. Steel pipelines are used to transport oil. And the other use of the steel is oil wells are drilled with steel machines. Oil wells are drilled with steel machineries and minerals are mined with steel equipment. The frame machines are mostly steel. Large buildings have steel framework. So this is your other work. You are going to list it out the uses of steel in your day-to-day life. Is it clear? Yes. And integrated steel plants in India. So in political map, let us explore the integrated steel plants in India. The first one, Asansol, Bhadravati, Bhilai, Bokaro, Durgapur, Jamshedpur and Rourkela. Okay, Rourkela. These are the places integrated steel plants in India. Is it clear? World major iron producing areas. Major iron producing areas. Can you see the dotted ones? Yes. Okay, children, now let's listen a video related to the topic. Comparative study of the textile industries. It is one of the oldest manufacturing industry. It is one of the oldest manufacturing industry. It initially developed as cottage industry. Today, it is a large scale industry. It is the large scale industry. The market oriented industry. It is also market oriented industry, and humid climate and cheap labor favor the growth of the industry. And today, it is mixed with synthetic fibers or to produce various types of cloth. In the beginning, they use only the cotton materials. Nowadays, they are mixing the synthetic fiber to produce various types of cloth. So, in your day-to-day life, whatever cloth you are wearing, you can find the difference, isn't it? The style to style and the texture to texture and stuff to stuff will be varied, isn't it? Yes. And this first developed in Great Britain. And first modern textile in India is Mumbai in 1854. The leading producers are India, China, Japan and USA. Other cotton producing areas of India are Coimbatore, Kanpur, Chennai, Ahmedabad, Mumbai, Kolkata, Louisiana, Pondicherry, Panipat. Okay, and the leading producers of cotton in India are Mumbai and Gujarat. The location of cotton industries. Cotton does not lose weight during the manufacturing process. It will not lose weight. It is located location is determined by other factors like power, labor, capital or market. And at present the trend is to locate the industry near the market. It locates the industry near the market. The market for finished product is extremely variable. It will vary extremely. Okay. See here, major cotton textiles manufacturing regions are, see, can you see major cotton textile manufacturing regions? Yes. The important textile centers are Mumbai, Surat, Ahmedabad, Warangal, Kolpur, Indore, Nagpur, Mysore. Okay. Yes. Reason for declining of cotton textile industries in the east are production of hand woven cotton textile was expensive, time consuming and it could not face the consumption with the new textile mills of the west. See, Mumbai, the largest textile city. Mumbai is the largest textile city. The factors responsible for the development of industries are moist and humid climate, the location at Mumbai port, the cheap hydroelectricity, the availability of raw material and cheap labor and ready market. It is ready market and developed transport network. It developed the transport network. Is it clear? Yes. This Ahmedabad, if you take Ahmedabad, it is located in Gujarat, along the bank of Sabarmati river. Okay, the bank of Sabarmati river is there and known as the Manchester of India. First mill established in the year of 1859. When it is established, first mill 1859. The favorable locational factors are: it lies in the heart of cotton growing area and it has humid climate, the cheap hydroelectricity, and also it has cheap and skilled labor from the nearby states, cheap land in comparison to Mumbai. Compared to Mumbai, it has cheap land and well developed railway and road network. Finally, it less cost of living and ready market. The Osaka, the Manchester of Japan. The Osaka, it masses disasters caused due to accident, negligence, or incompetence. Okay, it occurs due to technical failure of industrial infrastructure in the handling of the hazardous material. It causes large scale loss of property and lives. For example, Bhopal gas tragedy, that is Goa Kua Changong. Okay, it is in China. Bhopal gas tragedy. The plays occurred in Bhopal, year 3rd December 1984. Time 0030 am, and reason, which means 0030 am in the sense that is 12:30 in the midnight. Reason, leakage of poisonous methyl, and official death toll, that is 3,598 in 1989. The consequence of the disaster are thousand who survived. Okay, who survived still suffer from one or many elemental alike blindness, impaired immune system. Okay. Next, preventive measures for industrial disaster. Preventive measures for industrial disaster. This densely populated residential areas should be located far away from the industrial areas. The people staying in the vicinity of industrials should be aware of the storage of toxins and hazardous substance and their possible effects in case of accidents. Fire warning and fighting system should be improved. Then storage capacity of toxic substance should be limited. The pollution dispersion qualities in the industries should be improved. Let's recapitulate the lesson. Industries or economic activities, and industries can be classified on various bases. Classification on the basis of raw materials. They include agro-based industries, mineral-based industries, and marine-based industries, forest-based industries, and the classification on the basis of size. It includes small scale industries, large scale industries. Okay. And on the basis of ownership, it includes private sector industries which are owned either by individuals or a group of individuals, and public sectors industries which are owned by the government, and joint sector industries which are owned jointly by the state along with a group of individuals. Finally, cooperative sector industries which are owned and operated by the producers or suppliers of raw materials, workers, or both. The major industries of the world are iron and steel industries and textile industry. The distribution of iron and steel industry is governed by the availability of raw material, cheap labor, transport, and market. The location of industries is affected by the availability of raw materials, power, land, transport, labor, capital, market. Okay, yes. To locate the location of industries is affected by the availability of all industrial operates through an organized system known as the industrial system. An industrial system comprises of inputs, process, and outputs. Let's see the glossary words. Okay. Ancillary industries, which means these are the industries that manufacture parts and components to be used by large companies, cooperatives. They are the autonomous association of people who comes together for their mutual social and economic and cultural benefits. Industrial disasters. They are accidents and disasters that occur due to technical failure or the irresponsible handling of hazardous materials. Infrastructure. It refers to the basic physical and organizational structure it required for the operation of an enterprises or society in general. Iron and steel industry. It is a mineral based industry which is considered to be a key industry. The production and consumption of iron and steel is taken as an index of a country's industrial might. Then the meaning for industrial system is it is a system that consists of inputs, processes and output. IT. It stands for information technology. It refers to anything related to computing technology such as networking, hardware, software, internet or people who work with these technologies. Subsidy. It refers the grant or any other kind of financial assistance given to one party by the other party. Let's see bit insight of this lesson. Do you know the world withdraws 22% of the total water of industrial use? The high income countries constitute 59% of the water and low income countries constitute 8% of the total water uses of industrial purposes. Okay, then the first textile mill in the country was established at Fort Gloucester near Kolkata in 1818, but it closed down after some time. India accounts for only 3.5% of global electronic market. The worldwide market size $1.8 trillion size of Indian market in $65 billion approximately. Okay, the Indian electronic manufacturing has been a CAGR of 16% since the year 2003. The growth rate of petrochemical industry is 15% and the market size is US dollar 700 million. Okay, yes. Okay children, we came to the end. Let's recall the lesson by watching a mind map. Shall we? Yes. Just note the mind map, children. We are learning the lesson industry, isn't it? Yes. So, under industry, what is industry? It refers to economic activity that is concerned with the production of goods, extraction of minerals, or provision of services. For example, the cotton industry, iron and steel industry, mining industry, and tourism industry, etc. Isn't it? Yes. So, under industry, we learnt about distribution of major industries. Distribution of major industries. The world's major industries are iron and steel industries, and secondly, the textile industry. So, under this, you learnt about iron and steel industry. It forms the backbone for industrial development and economic growth in each country. The important steel center of India are Bhilai, Durgapur, Burnapur, Jamshedpur, and Bokaro and Rourkela. Okay, these are the important steel center. The cotton textile. The first successful modern textile mill was established in Mumbai in 1854. The warm, moist climate, the proximity of port for importing machinery, easy availability of raw materials, and skilled labor resulted in the rapid expansion of the industry in the region. Is it clear? Yes. After that, we learned about the classification of industries. So, in what are the basis we classified the industries? The first one, on the basis of raw material, on the basis of size, and on the basis of ownership. Factors affecting the location of industries also we learned, and industrial system, industrial regions. Finally, we learned about the glossary words, isn't it? Yes. So, I hope you understood the lesson. We'll meet you in the next video. Thank you.